All right. So we had a nice talk before starting this. It was private and it was great.
Yeah.
And for all you suckers who didn't come, you missed it. So,
Mm.
okay. So the topic tonight is the macrocosm. It's macrocosmos in the microcosmos and the microcosmos in the macrocosmos.
Okay.
And also, I'll share a few personal experiences and stories of how the outer world is simply a reflection of the inner world. And lately, this I realized just last week.
Mm-hmm.
This is to me that's brand new. Maybe to other people it's known, but to me it's brand new. So the Bible says that we were made in God's image, right? Let me see, where was it? I'll read exactly the scripture. Um, no, it was John something. But it said that we were made in his image. Saint John. Yes, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So this is different from what I'm talking about, but what this means is that in the beginning there was sound and vibration, like the waves, like a wavelength. Um, Here, I'll probably share my screen and include
Yes.
I'll probably do this digitally in the future, but for right now, I have a board. So what I'm thinking, how everything started, was with just the wave,
Okay.
just sound and vibration. Because when we speak, our words create sound, right? Sound and vibration.
Mm-hmm.
if if we were to see this, if we were to see our words in the air, there would be vibration over here, right? In this space between me and Tanya, there would be vibration. And I actually, this reminds me of me being in the car with my dad, and we were coming back from Sofia. That was a few years ago, and he was upset about something. I'm not going to get into details, they're not important. But he was pretty upset and he was getting riled up because Bulgarians, that's what we do. And so he was being pretty loud. And I remember feeling every cell within my body like shaking, like it was in distress. And even when I get heated with Tanya, because it's in my genes. That's who I am. I don't always do it, but there are moments where I get fed up too. Like all of us, I get pissed off and I start yelling. So even when I do it with Tanya, she's like, "Stop yelling," because that's a destructive vibration. It says, the Bible says that. I'm not sure where. I don't remember where. That's what I'm learning now. I'm just going back to the Bible to read everything, but it says that the words give life and take away life. And so when you are speaking to your child, for example, and you're telling him this, that, the other thing, da 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 da, da, and you destroy him, basically, you are literally destroying that kid. You are putting sickness and disease in that kid just by yelling. And the opposite, if somebody's yelling at you, and if it's your boss or somebody else, you're literally destroying that person.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is how stress is the main contributing factor to all diseases anywhere. And stress is mainly created by our jobs and at home because we cannot figure out how to deal with each other. So it's crucial, and I say this with all the responsibility that I'm well aware of the fact that I have work to do in that department also. Coming back from the stroke, I had a stroke 2 years ago. And my nerves are shot. I'm basically recovering my nervous system right now. Why is this like that? I wanted a different view, but that's fine. So yeah, that's what I had in mind. Let me see here. What do you guys have to say about this? Any thoughts here?
I can share some example of a study that I heard from psychologists talking on YouTube. A study that was made from a very, very well-known man from China. He was making a test telling good words to the vegetable, like actually was rice.
Right.
The rice, yes.
Even the rice was not even talking our language. The
Yes.
rice doesn't talk our language, but the vibration that you put on your words. So he got 2 samples of rice in a bowl, 2 bowls, the same rice. Okay, he divided in 2 bowls, and the first bowl he was saying, "I love you."
Yeah.
I love you. I love you. The second bowl, he was saying, "You are idiot, idiot, idiot," repeatedly. And he told his family, everybody, say idiot to one certain bowl and I love you to another bowl. All the people, came and was telling. So after like couple weeks or 3 weeks, the bowl that received "I love you" was still white and fresh, ready to eat.
Yeah.
And the other bowl was completely dark and black, like spoiled, completely spoiled. So this is the perfect example that even the rice, which is not even human,
Yep.
imagine
Right.
if you talk to people bad stuff.
Exactly, because it's not about the language per se. It's not about what you say. It's about the vibration that it carries.
The
Because no
vibration
matter-
and the thoughts,
And the
right?
intention.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
the thought and
intention.
the intention. Exactly. That's exactly right. Because it doesn't matter what language you say it in. It's it either positive, negative, or neutral. I don't even know if it's possible to have a neutral. Is it possible? What do you guys think? Is it possible to have a neutral thought?
Maybe.
It's possible when you meditate and you try to take away all your
Yeah.
thoughts and you try to meditate for a while, and then it's possible to do not think about anything, but
No, but
most of the
is it
time we are
what I'm saying is it possible? Because usually we speak positively or negatively, right? Is it
yes.
possible to speak neutrally?
I think yes, if it's not
I think
attached to an emotion. Because if it's negative, you attach it to a negative emotion or experience. If it's positive, it's attached to positive emotion or experience, right?
Right.
But if it's if it's a statement, right, it's not carrying any negative or positive emotion or vibration, I would say that's
Mhm.
neutral. That's just a statement.
Give me an example of a neutral.
I can give you an example. For example, if you are talking to the rice, you can say, "You are white. You are
Yeah,
white
that's just a
color."
statement. Or today I went to work. That's not positive, negative. That's just a statement.
Okay.
I'm just sharing my day.
Okay.
Or today I went to the office. I came back. Whatever. But that's just a statement.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I can see what you guys are saying.
It's not like I
Yeah.
went there, someone pissed me off. It's like I'm speaking negative. Or I went there,
Mhm.
I had lunch with Holly, my friend, I enjoyed it. That's positive because I'm attaching emotion, right? My
Yeah.
emotion, how I felt.
Right.
Yes. The
But
emotion is
it's
very
like-
important.
Mhm.
It's very important. You can tell the same thing to a person, but if you change the way you say,
Yes.
you can say the same thing, but if you change the way you express yourself, the person will absorb differently. If you say, let me give you an example.
Do you agree with it?
I want to fire someone. I want to fire someone.
Ooh.
If I just look at the person and say, you are stupid, you don't know anything, you are fired, you are out of this company because you don't know anything. This is one way. The other way, I can fire the same person, but explaining in another way and say, hey, our company has another purpose and you are not fitting to our company because we need some other qualities, and I'm so sorry that you are not fitting this company anymore. That's it. This is a nice way to say bye bye the same way, but I'm not, cursing or screaming.
Right. No, totally. Yeah, I wasn't sure if there's negative or sorry, neutral statements, but by you guys clarify this, and we would probably need some deeper research into all of this. But I tend to agree with what you guys said. Yes.
Well, that's good. But
What
everybody
you
has
ladies, not guys. I'm sorry. Ladies.
No problems. No
That's
problem.
always
We are young people, so
Right.
can work as guys.
Um. Right. So the same was in the beginning with God. The beginning was the word. Okay. So the same was in the beginning. Yeah. So even says the same was in the beginning with God. So the word was with God. All things were made by him, and without him was nothing, not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. So what this means to me is that, and I've talked about this before. If this is God right here, right? This tiny little dot,
Uh-huh.
it knows nothing about anything. It doesn't have,
Uh-huh.
it just has awareness of itself. It's just a thought, but there's nothing.
Uh-huh.
Before the universe started, before any of this.
it was nothing.
Yeah, it was just when you close your eyes at night and you go to sleep, you're just a thought. You forget about your body, you forget everything, you don't see anything, you're just a thought. So actually, if you think about it, we go back to that nothingness, to that void every single day when we go to sleep. Or you can, because sometimes or a lot of times we have a lot of thoughts running through our mind from the day, right? So I don't know if it's possible to go back to the nothingness. They say this, in meditation. They say clear your mind,
Right.
let it be empty. But it seems like that may be the hardest thing to do,
To do, yeah.
right?
Shut it off. Yeah.
Right, because it's constantly running. But
Yeah.
and this is just a side note here. After some practice, because I used to have difficulty with that also, and sometimes I still do. My mind still drifts off and thinks about the 1,000 different things. This guy I want to punch in the face. This guy did this. I have this. I forgot to put this in my phone tomorrow. Da 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 da. We got like 3,000 things going on during the day.
Uh-huh.
But when you catch yourself, that's the key right there. When you catch yourself that you drifted off, you get back on track. And then the next time when you catch yourself again, you get back on track again. And if you keep track of that, you will notice that the amount of time that it takes you to get back on track and the number of times that you drift off will gradually reduce. And
Uh-huh.
you'll be able to clear your mind, enter the meditative state like this, you know?
Uh-huh.
Learn to control
Yes.
your mind, and you can
Yeah.
control your life.
Yeah. It's just like anything else. It takes practice.
Yes. Your mind is your manager.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you're
you
I
should
supposed to,
mean,
be
yeah.
you it manages you if you let your mind manage you. You are just like a doll obeying your mind.
Yeah.
but it should be you, and even the higher you, your soul, your spirit, that manages your mind.
Right. But to get to this point, to manage my mind, I have to be searching for the spirituality and searching from God, God thoughts and God's what He did teach me, and getting to my spiritual side first to understand how to manage my mind, right?
Right.
Because
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, because it's difficult to sometimes we are so overwhelmed with the day by day routine, and then you find yourself thinking about so many things that disturb your whole day just because you are thinking, but it's not actually happening outside. But you are anxious, thinking ahead, what might happen if I don't go, or if I, if I do this, oh, might happen something, and then you create a big monster in your mind,
Right.
and when you really do it, sometimes it's not even, it's so easy, stuff like people are afraid to go to a public speaking and create that anxiety, and then think so many things. Oh, people will judge me. Oh, they are talking about me, and then you are a big success because you did it, and at the end you accomplish, and you see that is not a big deal.
Right.
It's all in your
Yeah.
mind.
No,
All in your mind. All in your mind. You have just to connect to God, and kind of filter whatever is going on your mind. I heard something important too. Before you go to your bed, before you go to sleep, try to avoid watching bad movies, terror, or
Horror.
bad news, horror, or bad news, like murder stuff, because that goes through your mind. The very last image you saw,
Mm-hmm.
and that is gonna go through your dreams, through
right.
your thoughts, and you will think that belongs to you, that
Right.
stuff, because you'll be anxious, and then you are gonna start to have anxiety in your dreams too. So that's gonna go through the whole night, and then you wake up super tired, exhausted, and you don't know why you are exhausted.
Very true. Very
Yes,
true.
because our brain was working so hard all night long to fight against what you saw last night, like a terror movie. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. The only thing that I would add to all of everything that you said is that it's your mindfulness and your awareness of whatever you're doing. So I'll give you an example. A few months ago, well, not even a few months ago, it was a few weeks ago, my brain was completely chaotic. That's the proper word. I would start something else, not finish the first thing, forget about the first thing, start a third thing, do this, do that. At the end of the day, I accomplished almost nothing or very little because of everything that happened during the stroke and because of how I was functioning before.
Uh-huh.
And I started to take note of that mentally. Be like, okay, I forgot this. I was gonna do this. So I started putting everything in my phone. And during one of my meditations, Bein Saduno or Peter Dunov, the guy who we showed you last night, he told me start keeping a journal. And usually I would wait. I would say, yeah, I'll do it at some point, and I'll do it in like a month or 2 months. But by then, whatever they told me to do, if I didn't do it, there were consequences, and I could see why they told me to do something
On time.
to avoid, something else. It's like they're telling me, don't go over there. There's thorns in the bushes. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But I go right in the thorn with the bushes, right in the bush with the thorns. So
You're a rebel.
Wow.
yeah, I always did my own thing. I'm very, very independent. And
Stubborn, probably stubborn too,
at
right?
times,
You want to prove that you want to see the truth. You want to go yourself and prove
and
it.
they'll let you. God
Yeah.
lets you. They're like, okay, fine, do it.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Bang your head against the wall.
And then when you break your head, when you suffer enough, when you realize that why am I doing whatever I'm doing, and whenever it hurts so much, and because there is the way of suffering also. You can choose the way of suffering, without God, without help, without anything, just on your own. And that's trial and error. You learn from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But that takes a very long time. I was actually talking to Yana, and she was like, yeah, you can do it, but it's like you trial and error, and then you die.
A lot of lies.
Then you have to come back. Then you have to come back, and it's like 1,000 times longer.
Yes. Have you seen the movie Butterfly Effects? The
Yes.
movie Butterfly,
Yeah.
something like this, Butterfly
Picture.
Effects.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's that movie. So if you do something, will reflect in the future differently. So it depends what you do now. It's gonna change completely your future. Whatever
Yeah.
you do right now, even not eating something is gonna reflect in the future, because this something might have poison and you might die because of this stupid poison.
Right.
So you might not have future because you just did something right now, and it's crazy.
Right.
Our life is like a surprise box. We never know. We can't predict what's gonna happen. We have an idea. We try to plan ahead and have an idea, but it's not really what really happens.
It's God's plan. Yeah.
No, very, very true. Very true. Yeah, it's like from the butterfly effect, what I remember is, can a span of the wings of a butterfly in Brazil cause a tornado in the United States? They're talking about the butterfly effect, right?
Yeah. It's not the
they're-
movie, but it's the same concept, right?
Right, and I'm not sure about the answer. We can look it up there, but I think there are speculations that yes, it can, through the big sequence of events, it can cause a tornado in the United States.
Yes, everything is connected. As you said, now we come to the point of this title of your talking is
Macrocosm.
Yeah.
the branch. Is like a branch. It's gonna grow and connect like veins, systems.
Right, absolutely. So in the beginning, God was this tiny dot, That was everything. There was nothing else around. And God said, well, let me see what's over here, right?
Uh-huh.
And it got right here. And then it was like, well, okay, so that's here. Now let me step this way, or it can go back to where its original location and be like, okay, let me see what's over here now, and over here, and then you just form a circle. Well,
Kind of a circle.
if you're a better drawer, it would actually be a circle.
Beautiful potato.
I mean, close to a circle.
Right. Let's try this again. I used to draw when I was
That's
a little kid.
okay. That's okay.
That's okay. We get the point.
Right.
What matters is what the concept.
So yes. And so through this is a little better circle.
Okay.
It's not
All
perfect,
right.
but it's better. And yeah, so it created one circle, right?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Through
Right.
let me bring it in through, it traveling to the end and coming here and coming here and coming here. It connected everything and made one circle.
Uh-huh.
And then through that circle, it was like, okay, well, let me see what's behind that circle or outside of that circle. It was all blackness, darkness, nothing. That's it. And it created a second circle using the same method. And then a third circle, and a fourth circle, and a fifth circle, and sixth, and seventh,
The flower
and
of life.
so on and so forth. Yeah. And that through making these circles is the flower of life. And somebody who is very studious in the Bible asked me about the flower of life and where it is. From what I did a little bit of research. It's not in the Bible. However, the Bible talks about the seed of life. So I'm assuming that the seed of life and whatever they were talking about, thousands of years ago, was this, because things in the Bible are not mentioned specifically. My personal opinion is that people were not ready for all of this. People didn't have the mental capacity back then to understand all of that. People were more simple, they would grow crops and just live very simple lives.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure.
right here, share. Right. So can you see the flower of life? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I can see. I'm zooming. Yes.
Wait, try scrolling and zooming. Scrolling and zooming the tab.
Uh-huh.
Okay, try it. Wait, I'm learning. Okay.
There you go.
No, wait. Do you see the whole screen? I don't know how that's going to.
I see.
So much fun. I love production. You're a family.
You see this right here, the whole page, right?
Yes, I see the whole page.
Okay, great, fantastic. All right, so this is the flower of life right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, all the circles right here are connected to that initial circle.
Yes.
So, and this is off topic. I'm getting off topic, but I'll come back to the topic. So there's another video. It's on TikTok. TikTok. And this is there's a guy who talks about consciousness and how let me see.
You probably have to log in.
No,
Oh, you're in.
I'm just gonna, you can probably search for it. Okay.
Consciousness.
Yes. First thing I lose is consciousness. Okay. And oh, come on. Tanya, would you log in with my phone and I'll play it here. Please. That's fine. So
Did you save it?
yeah.
You don't need to be in the creative.
Okay.
But basically the guy talks about how if we stop breathing, the first thing we lose is consciousness. Yeah, I'll it's right in here. I'll next time I'll log in the computer and I'll play it on the computer, but for the sake of time I'll just do it right now. Can you hear?
Right here. We think it's air, but I realized that if I stop, close my nose and mouth for 4 minutes, if I'm separated from this substance for 4 minutes, my heart don't stop, my brain don't even stop, my body functions don't stop. The first thing I lose is consciousness. I pass out. I can no longer stay aware. So I started to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not just breathing in air. I'm breathing in consciousness. I'm inhaling and exhaling God itself. And this air is conscious. That linked me up with quantum. Whatever this is.
Right.
Awesome.
So
It's
the
so
air
deep.
between us, is not empty.
Uh-huh.
The air between us, that's God. That's consciousness. The same consciousness that you and I have is in the air. And when you're
Awesome.
breathing in and breathing out, you're breathing in and out consciousness.
Yes, yes. The ambient where we are and the vibrations in the air, everything.
Right.
Exactly.
So this is how it ties with tonight's subject. That just like, so we picture God as something outside of us, right?
Uh-huh.
Something somewhere we reach God, right? Well, in a sense, that's true, but that's only partially true, because this is the central location of God. To me,
Uh-huh.
and the way I understand things, that's the central location or the brain of God. Just like we have the brain, our control system, the brain runs everything, the brain and the heart. But the brain, and more specifically your thoughts, run everything. They control every single cell in your body, and they tell all the organs what to do, what not to do, the waste system, the liver, everything else, all the functions. The same way that God has that central location where is the brain of the universe, the brain of everything, and it's not even of the visible universe, because we can't see there's, I think it's like less than 1% of the light spectrum we can see. So with our limited senses, we will never find God.
Yes, I believe that even if we approach to God, we are gonna burn, like burn, because the light is so strong.
Mhm.
It's so strong. The power, it's like the sun. You can't touch the sun. You can't even send a rocket to cross over the sun because it's gonna explode in a just approaching a little bit. It's gonna become powder. So this is what happens. It's not possible. The light is so strong. It's so powerful. So much power that we are gonna burn in.
Not for this body, for the physical body, not, but for the spirit, it's very possible.
Yes, for the
And
spirit is possible,
right,
For the physical body, no.
but
right,
physically, no. Not that our eyes can see. Our eyes cannot see God, but can feel it, right? Because
right,
of our spirit can feel it.
right. And so through all these circles, because these circles right here, they're everywhere, everywhere. In the air between us, in our bodies. Well, we have the Fibonacci sequence in our body, but I don't know. That's a good question whether this is in our bodies as well. But the air, I'm 99% certain that the molecules in the air, that's what they look like. That's what they're um that's how they are. And if I'm wrong, then please, whoever is watching this video, please leave a comment. If I'm wrong about this, please let me know, because I want to correct myself. But this is what my intuition is telling me. So through each circle right here, you see how they're interconnected with the points?
Yep.
So whenever I send a thought, I sometimes I literally see my own thoughts leaving. When I send a prayer or a thought to God, I haven't even sent it yet sometimes, and there's one thought that's leaving my brain on the right side, and simultaneously, before I even send it, God already knows what I'm going to ask, and he sends me the answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Or the
unbelievable.
other thought comes in my the left side of my brain.
Yes.
And the way that works, in my opinion, from what I know, is through the flower of life. Like the thought starts here, it passes through this, it goes here, it goes there. You know, and the way I picture it is just like sending mail. It's like if this is Jesus and I have a thought for Jesus, if my thought starts here, it will go and get to Jesus. If it's
Uh-huh.
for Tanya, it goes and there's Tanya. And if this
Yes.
is Renata right here, it goes Renata.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So it's very, very cool to see whatever we're doing in the physical world is the same exact thing under in the
Outer world.
spiritual world, the world that we cannot see with the five senses. We have to unlock our extra senses to see all of that.
Third eye.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. And there's a lot of talk about, you know, the pineal gland and this crown chakra, and this is new age stuff and da 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 da. The thing about new age is there is some truth to whatever they're saying, but it's not all of it. So that's the dangerous thing, partial truths, because they're like Scientology. I've read their doctrines as well. There is some truth in whatever the guy is saying, but they take something good, something pure, and they twist it.
They poison.
They only give you partial truth, and that's what's dangerous about Scientology, New Age, all of this stuff.
Oh.
And I'm doing all this extra research to be aware of all of this and to get back on track, so that whenever I leave, I can go back to where I came from, whenever I leave this body.
Mm.
And so what I meant to say with all of this is that there's the central location, God, where God is located, that is controlling everything. If you think of the universe as the body of God and the physical body, of God,
Mhm.
it controls the physical universe through that central location, the brain, and so if I type in universe, you will see the Fibonacci sequence there also.
Mhm.
So
You're sharing. You have to share the other screen.
oh wait, what do we see now?
Yes.
You're presenting.
No.
Renata, do you see the universe?
No.
No.
I still see the same picture about the flower, the
Okay.
purple flower.
You have to
View
change
tab.
screens.
Let me see.
Stop sharing, share.
Okay. Let
Or
me just I'll just type it here. Universe. Now we type in universe. And yeah, so
Yeah.
there it is. Now do you see the universe?
Yes, which picture should I focus?
Whichever one you want.
this one is
Okay. Yes, okay.
Yeah, there's the Fibonacci sequence right there. It's right.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful,
And
nice.
yeah,
yeah. So
so pretty.
and all of this, when you think that all of this that we see everywhere was started as a little tiny dot of nothingness,
Yeah.
it's mind-blowing.
Yes, it's amazing. System,
And
different systems and galaxies, stars, all types of bodies, rocks, elements, all types of elements that makes one thing,
Mhm. Right. And this they say, is that a black hole? I don't know, but whenever I meditate, I see tunnels just like
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
That too.
Right.
Tunnels. Kind of a spiral. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yes.
your own path. That is,
Uh-huh.
when you meditate, you have to close off yourself to the lower vibrational beings, what they call demons. So you can create a tunnel just like that right here. Do that, and any outside influence cannot get in. If you do the right protection and all that, nothing can get inside. So, and basically I was relating all of this, that we were created in God's image, because the same way, because each cell in our body, what each cell in our body is to us, that's what we are to God. We're like a tiny little cell, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Because I saw something on Facebook. It was like, what was it? Thank yourself, because to them you're the entire universe. Yeah.
And
The thing,
the cells probably see us, they see us as their gods, probably.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they can hear us. I mean, we have to talk to them.
They count on us to send oxygen and
Yeah.
to have the brain working, they probably think that we are gods
Yeah,
or the brain is God.
it's quite possible because I learned this recently. Whatever you tell your cells, they do. Like I had a wart on my toe once, and what I did was, this is years ago when I started doing all this. I had
Mhm.
a tiny little
Yeah. Mold, word.
brdavic.
Yeah. Mold.
You know,
Uh-huh.
the thing on your finger you get sometimes.
Uh.
Let me see.
That's not very pleasant to share.
Could you look up the word, please, honey?
Yeah.
No, I just want to see the word. And I asked my mom back then, I was like, what should I cure it with? Because she's very much into natural healing and all that.
Uh.
And she said, you can use a banana peel, they're helpful. And I was like, oh, okay.
Word. Yeah, word.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah, you were.
So she said a banana peel, and I said, okay, I'll try that. But first, I'll try using my thoughts, my meditation. And so I closed my eyes and I basically pictured the wart disintegrating, like falling apart.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And I got up the next morning and it wasn't hurting. It was still there, but it wasn't hurting, because before it was hurting. I had it for about a year. I didn't mind it because it wasn't bothering me. But I got up and it wasn't hurting. And I just did it for like a minute or two before I was going to sleep. I didn't do it for a very long time. And then the next night, the second night, I did it again and the wart was gone. Like it disappeared.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And that's how it started. So when I tell you that if you talk to your cells, if you talk to your body, it will listen to you. It really does listen to you. I'll give you another example, and I'll let you guys speak because I can talk about things all night. After I had the stroke, I was meditating, and I was like, why don't I ask my brain? I didn't even know if it was possible to do that. I don't remember if somebody told me or if I figured it out myself. That part I don't remember. But I was basically asking my brain, what do you need? Why did I have the stroke? And what my brain said was, I need peace. I need rest. You don't let me rest. You come in here in my brain, you throw something, some information, and you leave. And there's like 20,000 different things that you're giving me, and I have to store all of this, organize all of this, just like a library of books,
Mm.
and whatever I don't need, whatever we don't need, I have to throw away. So our brain has also a trash can, the short-term memory, what you don't remember, what you don't need. So
Yeah.
our brain has a trash can, and whenever you don't sleep, you are depriving your brain from rest because it needs that time to organize everything that is going on. That's why sometimes whenever we go to sleep, are going to sleep, and our subconscious is running, and you're not even thinking those thoughts. You're just the observer, right? You're just watching what's going on in your head. That's why it's happening, because your brain is organizing everything that happened now, during the day, or last week. It is connecting things with past events.
Yeah.
That's how the neurons connect in your brain and all that.
Uh-huh. Yes. I completely agree. And there are examples of people doing interpretations of our dreams. For example, sometimes we dream
Mhm.
that we are naked running in front of everybody.
Is that
That
Is that
that's a
Is that what you
type,
dream?
that is a type of dream that happens to many people, like, or you get a bullet shot in your chest, or you are dying that dream, the sensation you are going through, it feels like it's happening. And also people who flies in their dreams, I have had many dreams about flying, floating, and that is there is an interpretation about this, because when you are going through an anxiety, for example, you are gonna, if you are feeling vulnerable for something, you are going to have that type of dreams that put you in a position that you are super vulnerable and everybody's watching you and judging you, not because it's a stupid, you can't think that is a stupid dream, but you have to interpretate that dream, because that day you were super anxious about something that you have to go through, and then you had that dream. So you have to pay attention and try to interpret all the dreams you have. uh and about flying is, many people say that because your spirit was doing an astral trip and disconnected a little bit from your body. So this is another topic that we could discuss in.
Gloria?
Yeah, because everything is connected, and another thing that I wanted to add, because I have studied a lot about this, uh, a long time ago, I have studied a lot about the language of the body, not the movements that you do in your body. Is not this that I'm talking about. The language of your body is everything you develop comes from your thoughts first, even a cancer.
Yep.
Cancer, diabetes, cholesterol, high blood pressure, whatever you develop in your body comes first from here. You produce this from your brain, and you are also capable to cure using your brain. So
Yeah.
you can recover from a cancer, you can recover from a very hard disease, like something that people say, oh, it's impossible, but you can cure using your brain. But that's the key. How do you use your brain? Then comes the theories, the techniques that you can use to repeat stuff and talk words of affirmations, the law of attraction. Everything is connected, right? So the language of the body, even the shape of your body is shaped according what you think. I can give you my own example, okay? My own example. My body shape was developed because when I was a child, I had lack of attention from my father. All right? Lack of attention from my father's presence. What happens is that my body developed a very wide hip. Do you know why? Because when you develop wide hip, is because the female is attracting the protection, the protector, the provider. So my body was lacking of my father figure, which who was my provider, my masculine character to follow. So my body is developing the shape to attract that figure, but the figure is not here, right? So it's something very, very crazy, but it's true. This is a very old study from China, from Indians, centuries ago. They have studied the body of the language of your body, even the shape of your nose, the shape of your chin. If you have curly hair, if you have flat hair, if you have big breasts, like females who has huge breasts. Do you know why? Because they are protectors. They are putting all their kids and protecting everybody, underneath their armpits, like embracing, and the protection is so strong that they suffocate people. It's something very deep. I don't want to go through so much on this, but this is another topic that we could.
Yeah.
Sure. So I and now we'll let Tanya speak.
That's
I
fine.
couldn't understand how are big breasts related to being a protector though. That part I didn't catch.
When they hug you tight, they suffocate you with their breasts, right?
Do
Right.
you know the mama figure, like Italians, mamacita,
Right.
they say they are mothers, they are protecting, like they want the whole family under their breasts to feed the babies, you know?
Okay.
So this is a symbol, a symbology. Is like symbolic, is
It's not
they
literal.
call like an avatar. Everything has a symbol. Everything has a meaning in the symbol that you see. So our body shape develop the shape that whatever is going through your mind. For example, the obesity, people who are overweight, they are protecting, putting a shield, overprotecting themselves and creating a layer of fat to is not conscious. This is not consciously, is unconscious.
Unconscious.
But the layer of fat comes to protect you against the whatever comes to affect you, and it's this study is so amazing, so deep. When you go through this, you can realize you can actually reflect so many people from your family, and then oh my God, yes, that person is like this, the personality of that person is also, it matches with the definition of all the characteristics,
Right. Okay.
Diabetes, for example, is the example of people who are stuck in the past.
Diabetes.
Yeah.
Diabetes, you can figure it out. People who has diabetes, they think a lot about the past, and they can't bring to their life the sweetness of the present moment. They only get stuck in the past and complaining about, oh, if I have done this, if I have done, oh, I have done this, that stuff was better than now. Diabetes is just people who lost the sugar of life, the sweetness of life. The
So I have
people.
to talk to my parents then.
Okay, they are too much stuck in the past. They are not satisfied with the present moment.
They're missing the sweetness.
And the sweetness, they become bitter. They become more bitter. They
Bittersweet.
lost the sugar of
Right.
yes, of life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, high blood pressure. Do you know why? Because I have high blood pressure. People who develop high blood pressure is because they want to control everything. They want to get the control of every situation. They want to make sure everybody's okay. They worry too much. So it's like a boiler. You start to boil your own blood because you can't handle everything. So your
may have
blood
high
starts to
blood pressure.
boil.
Yeah.
It's like a car, the radiator of the car. It needs more water, needs more peace. Yes.
Yeah.
I
No,
may
we-
have high blood pressure. Sometimes and they actually told me this in meditation a long time ago. They were like, stop trying to be in control of everything. You're not in
Yes, you can't control everything. You can't. So I'm learning this lesson, and
Yeah,
actually
me
my
also, yeah.
my blood pressure is going down because I'm kind of aware about my control freak, mode.
Right. Tanya, what you got, honey?
Well, I agree with everything you guys say. So, I mean,
Any thoughts?
I mean, no, that's completely right. I mean, the body language, it's all interconnected. It's all, it all starts from here and goes down to your body, to your life, to everything.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yes.
So,
what else do you want to share with us before we?
before I continue, I have a question for Renata.
All right.
Put her on the hot seat.
How often do you picture yourself and other people naked on the beach?
Repeat again because I don't.
How often? How often do you picture yourself and other people naked on the beach?
How often do you have that dream?
It has had when I was very anxious one time, I was so worried about people's opinion, and I went to sleep, and then I woke up scared because I found myself in a metro train station, like, and for some reason I lost my clothes over there, and I was trying to cover myself, like, oh my god, I was like so worried about what people were thinking about. And I got vulnerable. So I was going through a very vulnerable situation and worry about people's judgment. And that happens. The dream came up like that, crazy.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But what do you want to share?
Anxiety. And I have had dreams like getting a shot, shooting in my chest
Oh, no.
from a bullet. And I felt the pain was so deep, was terrible, and I woke up crying like a baby. I was like, "Oh my God, I died! I died! Because I was going through big problems, and probably in my unconscious, I wanted to die. Like I wanted to give up, and maybe I dream about getting a shot because the sensation I was feeling was so deep and so painful.
I see.
Yes, we kind of create in our minds the image. Our mind creates the image of your emotions.
Absolutely.
Okay. So
What else do you want to share?
So the the other thing that I wanted to say about the cosmos and macrocosmos. Micro and macro. They sound so similar that it's hard to differentiate sometimes.
Mhm.
We have roads, right? You go out on the road and you turn left, you turn right, the other way. Well, our cells have the veins. Each vein is like a road to them. And whenever I meditate, sometimes I've seen them, this cell carrying this to the liver, this cell carrying this to the heart, calcium, blah, 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 this, that, the other,
Yes.
oxygen, all the elements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elements, yeah.
Everything running like, clockwork. This cell is going here, doing this, doing that, so that it supports this, da 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 da. It's like highways, 85 in your body.
Yeah.
Lanes, going down,
Highways.
up and down, up and down. So, yeah. So whatever the Bible said is 100% true. The thing with the Bible is the Bible and all the other religious books, the Quran, the Torah. What else is out there? What did the Hindus use? All the religious books that you can think of. They got us to this point. Now, all this stuff that's coming out is new. So to some people, they cannot grasp that because some of this that we're talking about, they cannot find in the Bible. And what I'm saying is there is hints about this in the Bible, but you will not find it in the Bible because the Bible was used to get us to this point, right? We're in the rapture, and I am yet to read the rapture, that chapter. But we are is slowly we're passing through the times where the Bible ends. So of course that it's not going to be in the Bible because it's new. And the Bible talks about the 144,000 and how will come, because I consider myself one of them based on everything that I've seen and experienced. I won't go into details of who I am and why I'm here and all that. Not now. Some things I'll keep to myself because I have to. But what I wanted to say is that it's up to us how we continue with all this. And as long as we do whatever we're doing under the guidance of Jesus and God, or whoever you follow. You can follow Muhammad, or you could follow Satan for all I care. Follow somebody.
Yeah.
We need some followers of Satan also for balance, so it's fine. I'm not judging. Whoever you
Yes.
follow, whatever your beliefs are, follow somebody. Just do something.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
The flow, yes, it's like you have to follow the rules in order to have organized traffic, right?
Yes.
Let me give you an example. In the highway, if you don't put your blinking light to the right and
You have an
immediately
accident.
turn to the right, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a big accident in the highway. So you have to follow the rules to have a very peaceful traffic. Okay, like harmony. It's like playing music. The whole band needs to have harmony. Otherwise, it will be a big mess of instruments with sounds coming from nowhere anytime, and you can't listen because it's a big mess. So one person needs to organize that. The master of the band, the main guy from the band needs to, the conductor,
Yeah.
the opera.
Mhm.
The conductor needs to conduct the whole instrument, every instrument. So it's like God is conducting us through his rules, through his, there are, we have to have rules in order to follow the light. Otherwise, we are going to take shortcuts, crazy shortcuts, going to wrong roads and end up having an accident or end up in the dark, right? So this is
Right.
just like the traffic. Another day, the snow came down in Atlanta, and we had big accidents because the cars couldn't
You're
grip
talking about
their
Snowmageddon
tires.
2014.
Yes, was
Snowmageddon
2014, I think, was, yeah, the big
2014. Yeah.
accidents. Big, so because it was something different that came up and nobody was used to deal with that stuff, and they didn't know the rules to drive under snow. So they make a big mess, was a big chaos. So this is what happens in life when we don't follow God's
Yeah.
God's truth.
Very
We
true.
end up dying, right?
Yeah, but he gave us free will. He gave
They
us
gave
free
us
will. He
free
said, if
will,
you want, you
yes.
can do that. That's fine. You're just gonna suffer
Yes,
the consequences.
Mhm.
He
yes.
didn't
Just
say
accept the
you
consequence.
cannot do that.
Uh-huh.
He just
This
said,
is why he gave us the free will to
yeah,
decide if we wanna uh damage our lives, or have some extra bonus and
yeah,
have some advantage and go
totally,
up. Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple of final notes and comments, but before that, anything else that Tanya, you want to say anything or any other thoughts?
No, you pretty much covered.
So I also said that I'll share a couple of personal experiences and stories, and I'm pretty sure I started something in the beginning that I didn't
You did.
finish. Do you remember what it was?
Uh,
I have to write down things because I forget, so
I mean, there was a lot of information, so
it's okay. It will come to me. I will.
I really enjoy our conversation. Was very, very important and meaningful for me. Thank you so much for bringing up all these examples and makes more sense.
Absolutely.
Seeing everything. Yeah.
Absolutely. The only other thing that I wanted to share is from the journal that I'm doing. So this past Friday, this is why I tell people raise your vibrations. What that means is for people who are not into, quantum physics and metaphysics, your feelings, watch your feelings, feel more love, have more love.
enjoy life.
Yeah,
Be grateful.
exactly. Because you vibrate at the vibrations of love, everything comes to you like this. It's like super easy.
Yes.
And I'll give a couple of examples. So,
Going overtime. Go ahead.
this past Friday, I live a miracle every single day. Like something happens to me that I did not expect every single day, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be. People lately have been kind because my inner energy is changed. That's what I meant. The inner world is just, or the outer world is just a reflection of the inner world, because we project the our energy and our thoughts and everything. We project that in our surroundings, and people can feel that. Just today, people were super nice. They were like, go ahead, letting me in traffic, because I was at peace with myself. So even during that, when you think that people cannot feel your energy, they do. Because when I'm calm and when I'm polite on the road, people let me in. When I'm rushing and all that, they're also rushing and they're cutting me off and all that. So it works. The laws work all the time. But on Friday, I woke up. We do Bible studies each Friday. And I woke up, went to the Bible study, had a great Bible study, came back. Some girl was picking up a table that I've had for like a couple months to give away. And I wanted to charge money for it initially. The table didn't sell. So then I started thinking, I was like, I didn't pay any money for that table. It's not right for me to ask money for it, even though I need the money. So I put the table for free. It stayed there for some time. Finally, somebody decided to get the table. She came that past Friday. And while I was waiting, I decided to put some paint that I had for free also. I had a lot of paint that was sitting in the garage that the previous owners had left. So I put the paint online, and I had 2 seats from a BMW sitting in the garage also. And when I did that, after the girl picked up the table, everything went fine. Tanya and I helped her, and she went home.
Yep.
And afterwards, when I put the paint, up to that point, I wasn't getting many messages on Marketplace, on Facebook. But when I put the paint online, I started getting messages like crazy. people were asking me every 2 minutes, can I have the paint? Can I have the paint? I couldn't keep up answering everybody. I seriously, I have the messages in my phone. And I kept saying, yeah, you can have the paint. It's here. And I put whoever comes first is getting it,
First
you know?
come, first serve.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Because I know how they are. Oh, okay, I'll come then. I'll come, tomorrow. I can do this.
Yeah.
I don't have a ride. Da 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 da. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
whatever. Whoever comes first picks it up. So you
Okay.
want it, that's fine. Just come. And I left it completely up to God how it was gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
Guess who came up to pick up the seats? Guess where the guy was from?
Tough question.
Take a guess. Take a guess. Okay.
No idea.
The guy who came to pick up the BMW seats was from Bethlehem,
Wow.
and he grew up in Jerusalem.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That was
nice.
Talk about divine intervention, right where Jesus was born.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
we had a short conversation. The guy's fantastic. That's all I'm gonna say for right now. I'll keep the rest of the details to myself. And guess who came to pick up the paint?
Jeez.
There was a guy. They're building an Indian temple in
Hindu temple.
Yeah, it's a Hindu temple. Where did he say it was?
Coming.
In Coming.
Wow.
So I gave it for free. I didn't ask for money, and God connected the dots perfectly. If I had been searching to do things like that, I could not have done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right people pick
It
up the
it
stuff.
went to the right people who
Yeah.
really needed.
Because it went, and it's the paint is serving God in the table and all those people. And the
Yeah.
seats, through the seats, I met a guy where Jesus was born.
Yes. Yes, everything carries a sign. If you pay attention, you see signs everywhere from God. You see answers everywhere. When you are surprisingly, you see something written in the truck in front of you in the highway. You see exactly like you need to hear something, or like a outdoor that brings up something. Oops, wow, that was for me. My
Right.
answer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. And the guy who picked up the paint said that they have free lunch and dinner every day. So Renata, whatever you do, we're moving to Coming, and we have free lunch and dinner every day at that temple.
Wow.
Sounds good.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. One day I was just driving and thinking about future plans and thinking, am I right to dream too much? Am I right? I think I'm dreaming so much and it's not going to happen. And then guess what? Next stoplight, there was a homeless sitting by like a bus
Bus stop.
shack,
Yeah.
bus stop, and behind of the homeless was a big sign saying, "Follow your dreams."
Wow.
Saying the image was like, my God, the homeless is like the failure. That was I was interpreting like this. The homeless was just sitting by the sign saying, "Follow your dreams." And the answer I wanted to have, like, okay, keep dreaming. Keep
Yeah.
dreaming because it's gonna be reality. Otherwise, you are gonna failure like this lady who didn't follow her dreams. That was my interpretation, my answer. We have different ways to recognize and interpret
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, but
That's
was
all. Yeah.
It's very interesting how
And
God talks to us.
a friend of mine today, or a
Yeah.
couple of days ago, we're wrapping up, was asking me because I was telling him how everything becomes magic, like everything works like clockwork, like even synchronicities. I finish
Yeah.
something right on time, and somebody calls me right then that I'm coming. Like the next thing is happening, and everything is organized. Everything runs smoothly. Everything
Uh-huh.
runs fantastic,
Yes.
and it's like up to the second. Whatever I'm supposed to do, it happens, and it's directing me,
Yes.
it's guiding me. Like
Yes.
last week, I was supposed to do something, I couldn't do it, and one of my neighbors was supposed to come to help me figure out what I'm supposed to do with around the house. I don't have gutters. We don't have gutters. Sorry, honey. So we were putting gutters, and we were supposed to do it Friday, but I had a cancellation. And instead of me wondering what to do, the guy calls me. He's like, "Hey, are you free now? I'm coming over. You know, I have some time. I can come over." And it fit right perfectly.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
um,
Everything is so perfect, so magical. Like you said, it's magical. Everything happens at
When
the
you
the perfect time.
when you let the creator organize things for you and run things for you, everything becomes so easy.
Yes.
All you
So
have to
easy.
do is read the signs that God gives you, and everything becomes super easy. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to bang your head. You don't have to suffer
yeah.
and learn a thousand, through a thousand lives. And oh, by the way, this is uh this is my proof for reincarnation right here. It's Revelation 22:21, verse 16. I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. I am the root and the offspring. What does that mean? To me, that means he started David's family, or Urda.
Right. Generation.
Yeah, that whole tribe. And he is also the offspring. So he came once to start it. There was David, and there was again Jesus. To me, that's right then and there proof of reincarnation.
Yes. Yes.
Now, whether some other people interpret it a different way, I don't know. But to me, that is a direct proof of that. And yeah, that's so when my friend was saying, it could be just a coincidence, I'm like, buddy, you haven't seen my life. There's no coincidences. Everything is organized to the T, and all you have to do is spend a few days with me, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Great. Great.
Yeah,
I appreciate so much everything you have shared. Thank you so much. It was very, very nice to be here. And I want to come more often to listen to you, to your, subjects. Very important to think about
sure.
stuff that we don't even sometimes we don't put attention because of the stressful life, but we gotta be aware because this is like a theater. We are all participating of a big
Hmm.
Yeah.
theater, like
We're all
a
actors. Yeah.
show, like a show. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
you have time, I don't, it's not mandatory for anybody. The invitation is always there. If you have time, you're welcome. If not, I'll cry a little, but I'll be all right.
Okay,
For
don't
coming,
cry.
it means a lot. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate. Unfortunately, I gotta go right now, but I I enjoy every single word you guys said. Thank you.
We did
Absolutely.
the same. Thanks for sharing.
You're
Exactly.
welcome. I wish a wonderful night, okay?
Have a good night, Renata.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming.
Soon.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.